I always want to leave you on a positive note, despite all the things going on in the world right now, and a lot of them are very disheartening. But what makes America a wonderful place for you to take a deep breath and say, you know what, there's still some good things out there. Rough seas are no place for the unexperienced, and it couldn't get any worse. That is, that being unexperienced in the ocean with a pair of hooves. If you got hooves, that's going to be a little tough. So with that in mind, I bring you a story from New Jersey of a Good Samaritan rescuing a deer that somehow found itself battling the surf off the coast of Belmar. Yeah, that's true. Adrienne Tully was on the scene taking pictures with a nice camera, which she had just picked up again. An amateur photographer, Tully had gone there to snap some shots of the sunset, but spotted the deer attempting to make its way onto a jetty. At first, she thought it was a bird and left it at that, but later she spotted a crowd of onlookers coalescing around the sea at 15th Avenue, pointing at the same jetty she had seen the bird on. That's when she realized it was no bird at all. It was a buck. He was swimming through the ocean, and then he decided a couple of times to climb on the jetty and back in the water. He couldn't do it. After taking a few pictures, the crowd cheered when it saw a friendly surfer pass by and coax the animal out of the confusing, eddying water and toward the shore. Nice job. Other surfers said the water was pretty turbulent, and they doubted whether the buck could have made it alone, but unanimously admitted they didn't know the surfer that rescued it. The identity of the Good Samaritan on the surfboard has now been discovered. It was Thomas Buckley, a 22-year-old lifeguard, saving the life of that deer. Nice job, Tommy. Good work. All right, here's the America's Voice. Yeah, that makes America great. Good people. How should Israel respond to the attacks by Hamas? That's the question of the day. Carla Winstead. Severely as every country should protect its citizens, unlike our government, who floods our country with terrorists and makes us pay for the next terror attack. Robert James, extermination. Brian Smith, exactly what they're doing, cleaning up the Gaza Strip, hitting back twice as hard, or maybe 10 times as hard. Gene Clark writes they should destroy Hamas. I think that's the goal here. Mark Teal, the Israeli government will act swiftly and deadly to secure their country. In fact, there could be a lot of parking in Gaza soon because there's going to be a parking lot if they continue at this rate. David Grant Robinson, swiftly, forcefully, intensely, precisely. And Mike Reed shares this. With the full force of their military, what Hamas did to innocent civilians was horrendous. Those responsible need to be held accountable. Jeffrey Malkin, hit them hard. We'll get one more in here. Larry Van Vliet. They've done it. Declare war on Hamas. Don't stop this time. Rid Gaza of Hamas completely and claim Gaza as part of Israel. Be done with it. We'll leave it there for today. Really appreciate you being here. Don't forget, you can always go to stevegruber.com, drop me a note and say, hey, Grub, it's what I got going on. It's what I like. It's what I don't like. I'd like you to cover this. Hey, did you hear about this? Did you think about that? stevegruber.com, drop me a note anytime, any place. We'll talk, you and I. And by the way, if you win that Powerball thing tonight, we can be best friends. We can split $1.55 billion. We'll work it out. You and I will be buddies. We'll pal around together. And I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Steve Gruber Show, kicking off America's Voice right here at 6, and then AVL.